Hi guys, Royal Cameraman here. In the 74th episode, we were shown very strange blueprints and photographs related to G-Man. Other theorists have already made numerous useless and sometimes funny videos. Therefore, today I have gathered all the existing theories to figure them out together with you. Which of them are true and which are not? Could G-Man really become a full-fledged Titan? Whose side will he be fighting on? How are G-Man and Astro toilets connected? And other fresh theories about Astro toilets in this video. As you may recall, in the 70th episode, we were presumably shown a contract between the Astro toilets and the Skibidi scientist. At that time, we couldn't decipher anything because we don't know the Skibidi language. However, that's not important. Recently, the popular YouTuber Elite Cameraman was exclusively shown the original concept of this document by Defook. On it, G-Man was depicted with lines on his head, which currently belong to only one race, the Astro toilets. Returning to the present, in the new episode, we were shown this version of G-Man again. Considering that this shot is already faded, we can conclude that it was made a long time ago, possibly even when humans lived on the planet and there was no Skibidi war. I suggest that G-Man was the first toilet on planet Earth and came here to conquer the planet. It is logical to assume that Astro toilets are some kind of alien invaders who capture galaxies. Otherwise, why would they need such supersonic speed? It's logical to assume that it's for interstellar travel. However, back to G-Man. After starting his operation, he encountered problems with capturing Earth. Specifically, a clash with the Alliance began. This is why the Astro toilets decided to kill the useless G-Man and take over the planet themselves. The theory sounds interesting in principle, but there is a small inconsistency. In the 73rd episode, G-Man tried to warn the Titans about the danger before the fight, possibly even to save them. But why? Part of the first theory could be true. G-Man was the first Skibidi and Astro toilet on Earth, but he didn't come here to conquer, he came to save. Perhaps Astro toilets are actually some kind of universal evil group that terrorizes galaxies, robbing and killing innocent beings. G-Man, being part of this group, decided to break away and create his own army to defeat the evil Astro toilets. However, his globally good intentions were perceived as planetary evil by the inhabitants of Earth, as his very existence led to the creation of more and more similar toilets. By the way, you heard me correctly. I suggest that G-Man was indeed the first Skibidi on Earth. Despite Male 07, who was shown in the early episodes, it was actually G-Man who infected this poor person. He infected and hid because he feared that without an army for support, he would be easy to kill. Moreover, at that time, the toilets were simple, white, and unarmored. They could be killed with any firearm. Now, even the most ordinary toilet cannot be shot down easily. Most require a unique approach. Speaking of armor and improvements, remember the blueprint on the wall from the new episode? Theorists have already come up with many, often silly and ridiculous theories about it. I watched them all, and now I can confidently tell you the best one. It's obvious that G-Man is planning to make himself a new military suit, which will make him look like the Alliance Titans. Everyone has discussed this already. However, I think you didn't notice the process of developing this suit. In the 74th episode, for just a few seconds, we were shown a cage with captive cameramen and speaker men. They were beaten and partially disassembled. But why? The answer is simple. The Skibidi scientists who were helping or developing this new suit for G-Man were actually studying all the weaknesses of the enemy. They tortured the captive cameramen and speakermen to understand how to eliminate them more effectively. Based on the fact that in previous episodes, G-Man often surprised us with his cleverness and gadget inventiveness, I think the new suit will have many features and gadgets that can quickly and easily kill entire squads of regular Alliance agents. With knowledge of the enemy's structure, G-Man will use the most cunning methods of assassination. The new suit will undoubtedly surprise us. Of course, if we assume that men will be against the Alliance's friendship with the toilets. In the latest episodes, we are shown live how a peace agreement is reached between the two warring races during the war. Personally, I believe that Shashlichek is ready to confront the Astro toilets even in an alliance with the Titans, because even in the 73rd episode, before the fight, he proposed to unite with them to defeat a formidable enemy. Most likely, He-Man will still be on the same team with the Alliance, but I'm not sure that all the Titans will be on on board, especially Titan Speakerman. After all, he was held hostage for a long time and forced to kill his own allies. This Titan is extremely angry with the entire toilet race. Everyone saw the fire in his eyes when he killed the Skibidi scientist. Possibly after defeating the Astro toilets, Speakerman will betray Guimon to avenge his suffering. Or take, for example, Titan TV Man. I don't think he will be very happy with the new military alliance. He, along with his race, had been searching for the secret base of the toilets for a long time and was very angry before the last fight. He didn't even listen to the sensible proposal of the toilet's leader and impatiently attacked him. He didn't think about battle tactics. He didn't consider maneuvers and tricks. His mind was filled with rage, and he tried with all his might to crush his hated enemy. But if we look at this picture from the perspective of Titan Cameraman, it is still unknown whether he is alive. As it stands, the alliance of the Titans is a good measure against the Astro toilets, but it is unfeasible due to the hostility and long history of conflict on both sides. It is hard to say for sure. Although agree, we still don't know the arc of He-Man after his last escape. He might change his mind and become even angrier at the Titans to destroy all his enemies and become the strongest warrior in the universe. We don't yet know how deadly his suit can be or who it is specifically designed against. Perhaps it is meant for everyone at once, although these are all just theories. And I can surprise you with a very strange fact. If you try to translate this image from Greek, you will get many inscriptions about a squid. You may ask me, so what? To which I will reply that these limbs personally remind me a lot of Dr. Octopus's tentacles from Spider-Man. It's possible that Gimon's new limbs will be used differently from the other Titans, who use them like human limbs with legs at the bottom and arms at the top, and instead be used like Dr. Octopus's tentacles from the movie. I think that would look very epic. Finally, I'd like to discuss with you a rather far-fetched but nonetheless interesting theory. Somewhere on the internet, I saw a concept that Astro toilets were actually never a separate race all along. It was suggested that they were ordinary toilets who were dissatisfied with He-Man's reckless and foolish actions, which caused many regular toilets to perish. A certain group grew tired of this and split from the main army, forming their own squad of Astro toilets. After achieving sufficient technical and evolutionary progress to wage war against their former leader, they decided to gradually attack and undermine the incompetent commander Guimon. I think they prepared their offensive for a long time because the army shown in the latest episode clearly didn't appear overnight. It took months to form, and their most terrifying creation is the giant Astro toilet, with which they decided to conquer Earth themselves. Unfortunately, these are all the theories I've found. Having discarded the most outlandish theories, we end up with a picture roughly like this. I'll be watching and waiting for episode 77 along with you. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Goodbye for now.